Hey everyone, Kyle once again. Welcome back to the next episode review of Solo Leveling episode 10. And I would say it was another another really nice episode, and it was good back and forth, especially at the end where I was smiling when Jinwoo just basically swindled this guy he was trying to make a deal with. Basically he was trying to spy on him. See, because he was investigating on this guy of Jinwoo, who's been surviving all these dangerous dungeons and coming out, basically with that scratch now. They're seeing if something was up with this guy, so he was trying to investigate him. But I'll get to that though. But that ending was cool, I mean, it's like kudos to Jinwoo, because just not having that on that guy's part, But anyway, after that whole big thing in the last dungeon, and Jinwoo got his kind of, I would say he didn't say worm his way out of that situation, because it's his other guy that was with him, the one armed guy from before, took the blame, and he said he did it, with the help of the healer, with Jinwoo's lady friend there. So, but that one guy was talking to him still, and he's telling him to make him be aware of something, because a couple episodes back, during that one dungeon where that group of this wanted to leave Jinwoo and Jinho there to die, so they can get the stuff later. When he killed the leader of that group, I said before that there was a ways miles away where this one guy wants to get revenge on his brother's death, because since Jinwoo killed him, cut his head clean off, right? Which that was his older brother, so he wants to get revenge on Jinwoo. So he's which the guy from the last episode telling him, be better, be self-aware, because you got two things: either move to another country get your family out and get your family and friends out, move to another country, or become an S rank hunter and be above the law, because he's saying that S rank hunters have some ways of being getting around the laws, so S hunters get a little bit of privileges like that. So he's either saying either move to another country or something, or become an S hunter, and then that way you can get away with the laws and stuff like that, right? So he's making him be aware of that situation. So that's why henceforth he needs to get more stronger, because that's so that he has to be taking the process of being aware of. Yeah, sure, because by going from in that castle where he was at, there's an S rank dungeon though, but he couldn't do it because he very wisely declined, because he said he's not strong enough yet. So even despite the fact he wants to get the elixir alive to cure his mom, that's why henceforth he has to get stronger, and also just be aware of that situation, because someone's gonna be out for you, And then with his friends, the healer, I like the fact that she was putting on a smile the whole time, say hey, because her trauma is sticking to her permanently, she's not she was upset, traumatized over, but she's not going to get over that quickly, it's a painful experience for her that's gonna stick with her, she's talking to him, putting a smile on, right, and saying, hey, I'm gonna go move back in with my parents, I'm just gonna basically quit basically because I was doing all these other jobs, there were ED ranks, it was easy though, but this is whatever happened in the first couple episodes in that D rank dungeon or whatever, for what rank it was though, it just stuck with her permanently. She just basically doesn't want to do this anymore, and telling him, hey, I used to always heal you, we always getting injured though, because she sees that's how he's a completely different person now. He's much more stronger than he was before. And I like the fact that she tells him that when she's smiling at him though, but the fact that when she turns his back to him, change of expression just goes from that to back to that sort of depressing mode, So which I feel sorry for the character. I mean for her, because yeah, you could put on a smile though, thinking, oh, okay, you think you're over it, but you're not though, because with her experience, it's severely traumatized her for life, and she's never gonna get over it. And she's never gonna get over that because it was a near-death experience for her. So, which I thought was a nice piece of a character, another piece of character moments between with her and Jinwoo, you know. So that was a nice touch on that. And then we get with he is back with Jinho again, and say that, hey, because since he's rich, you know, that's how he was able to afford those fancy armors. Which he sports another fancy armor, but Jinwoo tells him to take that off. It's too heavy. Which he just pushes him down with the push of his finger, right? And he falls down. He can't get back up, you know. So he suggests to go in the dungeons just with wearing the helmet because he wants to wear something, right? But the point is that his rich family, this big construction company, is buying all these gates, especially like I think it was like C rank gates. I think C ranks, which are at a big cost though. But it's no problem to him because he's freaking rich. His family is, and so he buys sets up their own little team. Right, it's like a team of 8. But the thing is though, which one among the teams is like a high school girl, which I think is in one of his Jinwoo's sister's class, because we're seeing a quick shot of his sister in class, and she looks over at the empty desk. It's like, where is she? Where did she go? You know. So I guess that one high school girl that's wearing a hoodie that's in his sister's class. But the thing is, that basically the rest of the team is just Jinho and Jinwoo just going into these dungeons by themselves and coming out, you know, with the mono crystals, right? But at the same time, these guys are being paid basically like 3 million to 9 million a day if they get 3 dungeons done in a day, right? So these guys, they basically don't have to do nothing. They can just sit around, have picnics, and, you know, basically just lounge around while they guys go and take care of the dungeons for them. But at the same time, they can get paid a lot of money for this. So, and they're so amazed how they just come out without a scratch, basically. And I like the fact they're small dungeons yet. They're small dungeons, yes, but we don't see much. We don't see them go into each fully in a full exploring them. But, no, we just get basically a nice montage of Jinho gathering the crystals and Jinwoo just kicking demons' ass, you know, and taking names with this nice a nice song. That's playing, and I thought it was a pretty nice song to play during this whole montage of him just taking all these demons out and digging up all these crystals, and they're just coming back from the dungeons, and the people that are being paid to be on their team, right? It's like, hey, how these guys are just, you know, not don't have a scratch on them, right? I mean, even Jinwoo is, you know, being such a badass he is. I mean, there was even a scene where he's just, you know, fighting demons, where he's just, you know, with his arm and his hoodie, right? He's doing it one-handed, you know those flannel hoodies, you know, the pockets, right? He's his arm right there, and he's just basically doing one-handed, you know, just basically, you know, just so casually, just taking demons out, just basically one-handed, just like it's, yeah. And he's basically all this. He is leveling up quite a bit, you know, and to a point where he gets his new skill by the name of stealth, you know, stealth. Basically, he can make himself invisible, basically. And so, then there's this guy who works at this what's called a White Tiger type guild. It's like another organization, right, from this other district, and he hears about Jinwoo because of the past dungeons he's win. Especially the 3 ones that he survived from. The one he has near-death experience, and the whole thing with that team where they try to kill him, basically, and then the one instance where in the last episode, the crazy prison guard or whoever he is, the one who interrogated him from the first time, killed him, and he survived, you know. So he's getting a little bit curious about how is this guy surviving all these crazy instances, you know. And he even brings up the aware of the reawakening, you know. He kind of thinks that he is very sure he has the reawakening ability. So he goes well, one thing they're thinking that they could take a break, you know, they could postpone the other 2 other dungeons, you know, because they've done so much, and that what was the reason that I think it's because that they've done so much and they've done so much. The thing just take a day off, you know. And then that's when the guy comes in. He's wondering, oh, these gates, you know, and he's seen all these guys just having picnics and doing it until he sees the two come out, right? And so he wants to talk to Jinwoo in a private conversation. So they go to this dine-in place, and basically he wants to basically make a deal, you know. He wants to basically just make a deal with him. Say, hey, you know, why don't you basically, which basically the good part of the ending is where, yeah, hey, James says, okay, how much is your basically your foundation cost, right? It's like 50 billion, right? And he's like, oh, okay, and it's like, okay, we'll take about 30 billion, right? And it's like, wait, 30 billion? And because of an exchange, like he can take a couple of gates for basically take a couple of gates, and Jim was like, how about 300 million apiece? And it's like, even on a good day, you know, it could be worth 200 million though. But the whole conversation to him just basically scamming this guy, you know, and then to the point where he uses the stealth mode, make himself invisible when he gives a little small cut in the guy's cheek, right? And he's like, wait, is this from the stealth mode? And he's standing right behind him, basically invisible. He's like, hey, don't turn around, just don't move or anything. And just basically almost kind of scaring the guy into making the deal, basically. And I thought it was pretty good, you know. Yeah, like using an ability, you know, outside of doing, you know, fighting demons, right? And I thought it was a pretty bold move on that. And then he gives him like a little healing power to heal the scratch on him. And they basically make the deal, you know. And for the couple of the dungeons for this, I think it was what he said about 300 million or 200 million. But then later on, when he's in his office, he gets the text from Jinwoo saying, "Hey, I think it was 70 million now," and he gets a text, "Hey, thanks for the deal, but just now call it." I think it was for 70 million. I think because he tricked him, and the guy is like, "Hey, this is now we're even. This is for spying on me," and the guy is like, "Okay, you got me. I'll take the deal no matter what." So that was pretty fun. How he just basically was scamming the guy basically. So, but yeah, episode 10 was very funny. You know, I mean, yeah, it was nice that montage with that nice song that was playing, and him just casually just fighting one-handed, his arm in his hoodie, you know, and while he's the rest of the team, they just sit around and picnics and not doing anything, while at the same time they get paid for it, you know. And then the whole thing with his girlfriend, not girlfriend, but girlfriend. I still forget her name. How basically in her sad story, just how she just basically wants to quit, you know, because that's still, it will, no matter what, that trauma is still gonna be sticking with her no matter what. So, and then the whole thing with this, like I said, him scamming that guy, and then just how he get paid a lot, making him to that trick him to that deal, you know, and the whole thing with that guy told him about the guy's brother is gonna be. Yes, Rick is going to try to take revenge on you, so you got to be prepared on that. But overall, yeah, it was still a very fun episode. I really enjoyed it, you know, and how the next episode will be is going to be. I don't know how it's going to be though, so, but I'm still looking forward to it. So yeah, that's episode 10. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next one. And we'll see you next time. Later.